An invoice is what you show a client to get paid. It needs to be accurate and it needs to be easy to understand. It also needs to show any deposit they had.
It also could be used as a receipt. It's just a document or a file that that customer can have on hand to file away for tax purposes or for whatever.
So that invoice is going to include all of your company info, your tax numbers, your license numbers. It's going to include info about your payment terms, and it's going to include how much the client has to pay you, what the taxes are, and it's a document that makes it easy for you to get your money and get your money on time.
We use Jobber for invoice creation. It takes our quote and then just turns it into an invoice. And obviously if there was any changes on the job itself, then the invoice will change, but usually the invoice is just a second version of the quote, is really all that is. And so we just use Jobber for that. It's easy, and I don't really even think about it.
Personally, I pull out my phone, I get on Jobber, click a few buttons, get the invoice going, put all the materials or labor, stuff like that, and all of that is already preloaded. I already have that set up to where we can just click on the stuff that we used, the time that it took and all that.
You should send the invoice, in my opinion, when you're done with that project, you're done with that service. If you're doing something over the course of a couple weeks or a month or two, you could send it at the end of that. You could send it before it. That way they know what they're gonna have to pay you by the end. But the way I do it is I send the invoice when the service or the project is completed.
So I like to send my invoices as early as possible. We're clear with our clients up front about what our payment schedules are. And the reason that I like to send the invoices out right away is for a few reasons. So one of them is that not everybody has a huge chunk of money sitting around in their checking account. So it gives them a chance to transfer the money and get their affairs in order so that they can make that payment to you. Another reason is that it allows you to process that payment and make sure that you're actually clearing the check, that you're getting clear, liquid, tangible funds in your bank account so that there's no risk that you're gonna have an expense before actually getting money from the client.
So the way we invoice with our recurring clients is, let's pretend that we cut their grass every week. Then every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, Jobber processes the automatic payments and they get billed at 7 o'clock instantly. Money is in the account by the next morning and no one had to do anything. The client didn't have to pay it. We didn't have to do anything, and it's just super, super quick and easy.
You can send an invoice after they've already paid you. One of the great things about Jobber is that you can go in manually and send the invoice after you have been paid, and you can customize it actually to what the payment is.
How I do it is on Jobber, I just mark that they've already paid, I've collected the payment, and then I send it, and then it doubles as a paid receipt. So it will show on the invoice like paid. So you can, by all means, send one after getting paid. And I strongly recommend doing it, for your files and for your customers' files.